Welcome, Dan Williams with Survive Outdoors. Hey guys, thanks a lot. Over 2,000 subscribers. We're going to be having a giveaway coming up in a couple weeks, and I'll explain how that goes. I also wanted to welcome you if you're new to the channel. What we do wilderness medicine videos, how to stay safe in the outdoors if you get injured, how to get back to your car, your camp, or urgent care or ED as soon as possible. Talk a lot about zoonotic illnesses. Today, we're going to be talking about immersion foot, trench foot. Trench foot is actually a class of immersion foot. So you have immersion foot, and there's trench foot, and frostbite, and another one that I lost in my brain. So immersion foot is basically when your foot gets wet, and a lot of thru hikers are going to get this if they're not going to be changing their socks. Usually takes on average about 10 hours for this to happen. And the other significant part of this is the temperature has to be below 60 degrees in order for this to occur. It's the combination of the cool temperature or cold temperature below 60 degrees, length of time and duration with wet socks, funky socks, and if you have any comorbidity. So if you're a diabetic, if you have peripheral vascular disease, if you have anything like that, that's going to put you at a higher risk of getting this. But on average, about 10 to 12 hours of tromping through or just standing, that's an issue also. So trench foot or immersion foot, as I'm calling it, this was first diagnosed by a French guy, as if you want to know, you're going to hear it anyway, in 1812. And then, even though he felt there was a high correlation, we found out in World War I, Americans lost about 2,000 soldiers from it, and the Brits lost about 75,000. And what happens is it gets so infected that you become septic, and not a good thing, because sepsis, you don't have antibiotics right away, you die. So the foot, the skin becomes so friable. Now in this pic, you're going to see cellulitis, and that's an infected foot, as opposed to this one, which is gangrene, right on the edge of gangrene. And then you're going to have where you get the beginning stages of immersion foot, where it gets white and wrinkly. You've stayed in the bathtub too long. You get that in the first stage. Second stage, they get blue. Cyanotic is what we call it. It usually affects the toes and the heels first, and your foot itches really bad and starts tingling and burning. So what are you going to do to treat this? Because we also have to talk about that, and we have to talk about prevention. So if you're in the outdoors, you're in a through hike, long hike, it's raining, you got to have some good boots, good shoes. That's really important. Socks. Socks are imperative. That is the key to success. You want something that's going to wick the sweat and everything away from the foot. So cotton is not on the list at all. Throw them suckers out. Wool socks, merino wool, and alpaca are some of the best socks that's going to wick those away. I've tried merino wool, love it. Yes, it's pricey. I learned, I don't know, in the last few months that merino is actually the breed of a sheep, and hence the name merino wool. Recently, I have tried Hollow Crew and a Hollow boot socks. Now these are all alpaca. Now obviously Hollow is going to tell you that that's better than merino wool. So I've tried these. They're a little pricey. They're about 28 bucks a pair. But I am here to tell you that I find them better than merino wool. And I don't do the, throw the items, the knives and the boots down below, and I'm going to get $2.50. But on this one, I'm going to do it. You know why? Because I really believe in it. I'm not going to lead you wrong. I'm not going to lead you down the wrong path. So Hollow Crew, if you want to try it, the link is down below. I wore these for 7 consecutive days. 2 of those days I was out in the woods all day, and they did not smell at all, and my feet were completely dry. Swear to you, truth. Question's going to be is how long they're going to last. Now, the only problem, everything's not perfect, I found was with the boot socks, the ones that came up mid-calf. I found that this elastic didn't hold. But on the crew socks, they held fantastic. So other than that, I really liked them. So if you're out there, you're going to take your sock off. You're going to hang them by the fire. You're going to wash your feet frequently and dry them. Really important. Go to bed in your sleeping bag with basically your socks off. I don't want you to sweat at night. Really important. That's if you have signs and symptoms of immersion foot or trench foot. So an Elevate and an ibuprofen, not Tylenol. Ibuprofen is going to help with the inflammation. If you can't take ibuprofen, then take Tylenol for pain, but that's not going to help with the inflammation. If you have skin breakage, then you're going to need an antibiotic, most likely. So you're 10, 12, 13, 15 miles out. We have some videos that I'll put at the end on how to take care of your feet and blisters. So that is the bottom line on immersion foot. Prevention with the socks, and if you get really funky out there then, and it starts getting blistery and bleeding, then you know what to do. All right, guys, keep your eyes on the rise and stay safe. We'll see you next time.